Boy, oh boy, does my wife have a sense of humor. See, there she is. And, you know, I guess my team got tired of me being the expert, traveling around, teaching everybody, you know, talking about how to do it. And they reminded me that it's been a while since I've been in the field. And my wife, being the contents pack out specialist that she is, we got a beautiful water damage that occurred. It requires a lot of contents pack out, right? So I get to go back undercover boss into the field today, working with the techs, working with the crew, and getting to live the life again. So I love the water damage dry out. They said, no, you don't get to go to a nice clean water loss. We got to go to a nasty, dirty insulation, drywall, pack out, inventory, contents, and demo. So I'll give you guys updates throughout the day. Talk to you soon. Here we are with all the 35-year-old insulation, mat insulation that's fallen down from the ceiling with a Category 2 water loss. All of the contents in this room are affected. The homeowner has respiratory issues and kidney disease, and then her daughter is a nurse and has requested this all to be removed from the home. We are running air filtration now. We are recommending cleaning of the air ducts, and we will be doing an air quality sample on the way out. You probably have at least 100 blouses up top, then probably at least another 100 bottoms at the pants. Mostly fabrics, mostly cottons or nylons or rayons. They'll all be inventoried by our content specialist. Here we are after a long day of content pack out and manipulation here on the project. We are finally ready to move into the demolition phase. This is where the water damage occurred, and it was made safe and cleaned up. Couldn't have much else done until we stabilized it long enough to get asbestos samples, get adjuster approval, Category 2 water loss, set wet for a couple days, and got approval to move into the demo phase. So everything's outside in the storage container, out that direction. Room has been packed out, inventoried, and now it's ready for the demolition phase, dropping ceilings, removal of finished carpeted flooring, and re-inspection on framing members for moisture. We'll catch you after this. Hey, no one told you it was easy, but it's great business. You gotta pay attention, follow the directions, and follow the standards. You probably can't hear me right now, but proper PPE is important anytime you're working overhead. Covering your head, as much of your face as you can, stand it without creating a large heat stroke potential risk. Eye protection, okay, you could use these type of goggles, or like one of my friends here, Kyler, come over here. Okay, you see him? He's got his full face goggles. Okay, to give more protection around the eye. The mask, N95 dust mask is a minimum. Bodysuit, gloves. Okay, this insulation here, this bat insulation, 25 years old. Okay, it's gonna come down on top of your head. It's gonna get inside your clothing. It's gonna get inside your boots. So just suit up. It's a consumable. It's a billable. Make sure you have your drum liner here with plastic in it already. Make sure you have your handy dandy scoop shovel. And what I want you to do is leave the carpeting in place. Drop the ceiling. Pick up all the rough drywall. It goes out the window or the door. Bagged up. The insulation gets scooped with a shovel into the bucket. Okay, that's gonna save you a lot of time. That's gonna speed up the process. The very last stage is rolling up this carpet like a burrito, and then it goes out that window directly to the dump trailer as close as possible as you can get it. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. We're gonna start working. All right, we're finished up with that. See, the ceilings are out, drywall is out. You notice we have a strange vapor barrier up top holding the blown in insulation in, okay? Not very common, not very typical in this part of the country, okay? Next step will be to roll up all the carpet and get the bags out the window and get that to the dump trailer. Here we are doing carpet removal on Category 2 water loss. And on the back side of this frisé carpet, you can notice the staining. It's not evident from the front side, but very evident from the back side. Always inspect the back side of all carpet and padding before making the decision on salvage or removal. Okay, you'll see that now a lot of that has been rolled up. For the carpeting, the pad is left. Carpeting's been rolled up like a burrito. And of course it's dry. It's been stabilized for a couple days. The carpeting is basically dry at this point. The pad is very close to dry, you know, a little bit of moisture. You don't want to make sure this isn't soaking, wringing wet. But then you just go right out the window, and one person's at the head of it, the next person gets in the middle of it, and this person has to follow it out the window. You guys can go ahead, now you got it. Just keep evenly apart from each other, and when you get to the side of the dump trailer, it's gonna go right over your shoulders. For all those people that would say, do we really have to bag stuff? The answer is yes. If you don't bag it, how in the world can you get it in the dump trailer back to the shop without it flying out? Bag the stuff, take photos to document that you did bag it. Here you go, sir.
Yes, sir.
Plus Swiffer equals clean wall. Pretty simple. Post-construction cleanup to make sure you blast all your air quality samples. Light surfactant, wipey, passy air quality. All right, guys, it's 8:22 p.m. We started at 8 a.m. today, and this is what my field day looks like. So we have now got everything set up. We're down to just the subfloor only. We've got our Dry Max XL. We've got our Dry Sense and the wettest spot of the subfloor. It's a double layer subfloor, OSB with shiplap, vertical install, planking underneath. Air mover 1, air mover 2, HEPA 500, dehumidifier. All of the ceilings were dropped. 50% of the insulation was removed. They had this weird vapor barrier there, so we saved some of the insulation that was not wet. The walls were already dried out during stabilization. The walls actually dried. So holes were cored, walls were dried during stabilization. Contents were all packed out. It was a big day in the field. I got to spend time there with our content supervisor, with a crew chief from the water team, technician from the water team. I got to roll right in like another technician. A lot of people brag about what they save and dry as far as materials and structure, and that's great and that's important. But what we focused on today was there was an antique heirloom content that was wet. We was able to dry it during stabilization. We was able to clean it, Murphy's oil soap it, and actually able to give it back to the homeowner today. They were very happy. So this is what it looks like. Day in the field. 12 hours and 23 minutes later. 25-minute lunch break, and still got 45 minutes to get back to the shop and drop the dump trailer. But this is the life of restorers. This is the life of the people in the field. They are dedicated. They're first responders. They're doing hard work. Don't forget, if you're a trainer or an owner or a consultant or an adjuster, just don't forget the hours that are put in, the dedication that's required to do this right. I mean, anyone can throw in some equipment, stabilize the environment, pull it out, and let someone else come behind and do the repair work. But actually seeing through, following the IICRC standards, following OSHA standards, making sure to do what's proper. It requires a lot of dedication, a lot of time, a lot of support. Okay, so thanks for having this journey with me.